What does that mean? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to the Ashes to Rubies conversational podcast on life and recovery and so much more.
A little bit more. But
more?
have you ever been pulled
Sometimes
over?
it's like 7 minutes of more.
There is. But have you ever been pulled over by a cop?
Yeah, I got a speeding ticket once.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, when you went on your trip down south?
In college.
How much was your speeding ticket?
Oh, so much money.
Well, didn't you have a rental van?
Yeah. And I don't know why I was the driver.
You do have a little bit of a lead foot though when you have open
they're like,
room.
Let's go, let's get there, and then next thing you know, I have like a $380 speeding ticket.
Was it on the way there or on the way home?
On the way there, but no one helped me pay for.
Yeah, people bail on that stuff.
Thanks for. I think you plucked some dead leaves off the land.
Did you try to manipulate?
No.
No, you just.
I had a van full of rowdies in the back.
Were they drinking?
No, they weren't drinking. I mean, if they were drinking, I didn't know about it.
That's what I was. I'm not a cop. You don't have to die.
No, I honestly don't think they were drinking. I couldn't. I don't even remember where we stayed.
In the sober life, for 16 years, I've only been pulled over. Oh, no, I got pulled over once with the Jericho van. And I had a headlight out.
Oh,
no, I had a headlight out and I knew the cop. Like, what are the odds?
But you also got a rolling through a stop sign ticket.
Yeah, that's true.
That's also being pulled over.
I got 2 of them. Yeah, that was
You've
early.
You've also been through a ride program or something where like the police, like the
officer hit my car because I wasn't doing.
You weren't following her directions.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Those are tense.
Should we come up with some more interactions with officer examples?
No. No, and these are all sober, and I feel like I've managed them okay. Like I haven't got tasered, I haven't been pepper sprayed.
You've been pepper sprayed. Just to be clear, he has been pepper sprayed
on a few occasions. I've never been tasered though.
Just not pulled over on the side of the road and pepper sprayed.
No. Compliant. I've been.
Why are we talking about this?
I don't know, because I said hello, officer, to you. Hello, officer. No, I think for me it's always there's always tension.
Still.
The last time that I got pulled over, and I have not had a officer on duty engagement for probably 10 years.
Okay.
And then I did get a speeding ticket last year coming home from my uncle's, which I've never got a speeding ticket. And it was just a big downhill.
Oh, but did you give that example in the earlier examples too, or was that one?
No, this one was more recent.
Okay. Yeah.
No, but I haven't had an interaction, like I said, probably for 12 years, I would say. And so
it's like a lot of interactions with officers.
As soon as there was a lot at the beginning.
But in sober life, that's a lot. Keep going.
The same police officer that pulled me over, once we went to the ER with our son, and he was there with another person.
And you knew
I see him all the time. Yeah.
No, weird. But you know him like from high school?
Yeah. And he was an officer in training when I was at the rehab center at the homeless shelter. He was one of the security guards in training. No. That was his placement. Yeah, it was weird seeing. I'm in the food lineup, and he's like, "Hey, Ruby." I'm like, "It's not going so well. I'm glad you're doing well. Keep up the good work." He did let me off of the headlight out, but when I got pulled over this last time, I had such an anxiety in me. I didn't say a word. I grabbed the pieces of paper that I needed appropriately and gave them to him with an open window and kept my hands on the steering wheel. They were starting.
You're still nervous?
Yeah, I was very anxious.
Why?
Trauma, maybe?
I guess that takes a long time to go away.
Yeah. Like,
or
I
maybe
don't.
It doesn't go away. Maybe trauma. Trauma, the residual of trauma can come back.
Yeah, I wanted to explain, but then I just was like, I just need to get this ticket and get back. I need to drive. Mm-hmm. I need to get back. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So it's not easy getting. It's easy getting a ticket, but then the repercussions afterwards. So like whatever, the $200 or $250, I'm happy to pay. Mm-hmm. But then our insurance went up $50 a month for the next 3 years. And then we changed insurance companies.
Did you pay that Montreal parking ticket yet?
Yeah, but there was no police interaction. It was okay. If you've ever parked in Montreal, like that's not easy for French people that speak the language at any level.
Okay, this is going on too long, but I need to tell you something else.
I have to pay that ticket.
I'm stopped at a stoplight. I'm first in line.
Are you confessing something right now?
Just listen to me. There's people turning left, people turning left, but they're waiting in the intersection. They're waiting in the intersection the whole time that I'm stopped at the stoplight, and I'm first.
Mm-hmm.
Their light turns red. They turn left. They're already in the intersection. They turn left. Oh, that flashing red light camera went off.
Mm-hmm.
They were already in the intersection
when
that light turned red.
Then it's because of something else.
No, that's the only thing that was happening.
Well, they ran a red light because they're in the intersection.
You're not
in a red
supposed
light.
to be in the intersection.
Mm-hmm. No, I know for a fact that the red light camera going through an intersection, you have to cross.
No one else was moving. Both of them were already in the intersection. And I was watching.
Well, that's a different scenario. That's a different scenario.
Okay.
So don't do that, obviously. But if you're going through an intersection, your back tire has to be in the intersection. Like you have to be across the white line when the light turns red. Orange means giver.
All I'm saying is it's okay to be cautious.
Did we turn on the live stream yet?
I don't know.
We did.
Oh, we're 6 minutes in. Okay. All right. Do the reading.
Just try to be a good person. Giver. All right.
I am a good person. That's what I'm saying.
I wasn't accusing you that you weren't a good person. I'm never going to get that
red light camera ticket. That's not going to happen.
Oh, I would not say that.
No, I'm careful.
You can be like the squirrel that gets run over by the car. You hesitate. That doesn't mean you're careful.
I follow the law.
September. What date is it? The 20th. Okay, September the 20th. If irrational and irresponsible behavior on the part of the alcoholic has betrayed us into assuming an attitude of contempt for them, some serious examination of ourselves is in order. What's contempt?
It's like not hostility, but it is.
I'd like to get the dictionary definition.
Oh, I'd love to.
Hey, Google.
Where's Karen when you need her?
Hey, Google.
Come on, Karen.
What's the definition of contempt?
According to Wikipedia, contempt is a pattern of attitudes and behavior, often towards an individual or a group, but sometimes towards an ideology, which has the characteristics of disgust and anger.
Oh, disgust and anger towards ideology or people.
Okay, Google. Stop.
Okay. Okay, here we go.
The feeling that a person or thing is beneath consideration, worthless, or deserving scorn. I know she told me about it. Disregard for something that should be taken into account.
Contempt. So we talk about that contempt prior to
scorn. So it's not hostility. It's
Scorn's a good word.
It's kind of like less than hostility.
Okay, so when there's activity, irrational and irresponsible behavior, and betrayal, there can be an attitude of contempt. Now it's time for some serious examination of ourselves. So the contemptuous one is in order. They are not bad boys that run red lights and sit in intersections and have cameras flick at them and get pulled over by the po-po, who must be directed, disciplined, or punished by us. Yes, officer. They are sick. I'm just sick, confused, and guilt-ridden human beings with badly battered egos. God has given no one the right to humiliate another. In every one of his children, there are qualities that should command our respect, and to withhold it is a wrong that will return to wound us. Today's reminder. Oh, this is a heavy reading. It is vital to my serenity to separate in my mind the sickness of alcoholism. Oh, you just put ism in there. From the person who suffers from it. I will dignify him with the respect which is everyone's due. This, in turn, will give him back the self-esteem that is an important element of wanting sobriety. Quote of the day by James R. Lowell. The surest plan to make a man is think him so. Think him so. The reason why I said ism.
That feels like a fake it till you make it.
Yeah, I don't
quote.
Like that quote.
I don't know about that.
It quote. Is vital to my serenity to separate in my mind the sickness of the alcoholism in the person who suffered. So the ism is my separation from God. And I don't necessarily like to say that's a sick person. I think we can say that's a disconnected from God person, because you can see the behaviors, you can see the drinking, you can see the consequence of somebody being separated from God is that they're not separated from alcohol, and they're not separated from their pride, their ego, their behaviors, all of that stuff. So then our job around anybody is not to have a contemptuous heart, because contempt will actually lead us in the same direction of the ism, the what separates me from God. So I think that's really I think the reading is important for all of us.
I think it is important for all of us, because we've had a lot of people come in and out of our lives over the last decade and plus, and it's always my prayer that I'll have a soft heart. And it, I think you've been a really good example of that, of, there's some people who've treated you pretty badly or said things or whatever. And then when they come back, like, you don't hold on to that. And so that's been a really good example to me of actually, I need to release things and let them go. And I know for me, I have to it's really important that I don't repeat the stories, because that fuels that adrenaline piece inside of me. If I'm repeating the story of oh, this terrible thing that happened, or this terrible thing that someone said, or, why are they treating me like this? Repeating the story, really keeps my emotions. It's not don't tell anybody, but I have, there's a time and place and a way to process those things without me just venting, and it's not helpful for me. It's addictive
the
for
contempt's about my own heart.
It is about my own heart. And I think in a way, the quote of the surest plan to make a man is to think him so. The piece of that I have often said, when someone, and I got it from somewhere else, when someone shows you who they are, believe them. So if someone is trying to do better through their actions, I want to believe them.
And it's easy to do when you're not enmeshed with the other person's life.
I always want to believe that this could be the time, but it is much easier to do when you're not enmeshed. Yeah, that's very true. Time will
always tell. So the position on my heart is not to be contemptuous. And so maybe that's where we leave our meditation, is really asking God, take contempt from me. What's causing me to be contemptuous? Am I too enmeshed with other people that I have expectations, and that I am being hurt by their being disconnected by God, etc., etc.
Feels like a painful thing to hold on to in my heart.
Contempt. Pain of contempt.
Because there's a weight to that word.
With this, we must go.
Thank you.
About our day.
Thank you for joining.
We will see you tomorrow. Keep the peace. Be of good behavior. And don't call your wife officer. I don't think that's good.